Hey you, today we're going to be talking about the things that you will need to do to run a legal online business. And I'm going to answer the questions that I get the most. Do you need a business license to run an Etsy shop or Shopify store? If you've been wondering the things that you need to do to run an official Etsy shop, Shopify store, or any online business, then you want to stay tuned. Welcome to Healthy, Wealthy, Skinny, where we focus on the steps to help you live a healthy, wealthy, and skinny life. I'm Sean, and if you are ready to start thriving and not just surviving, go ahead and hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and hit the bell icon so you get a notification every week when I drop a new video. And be sure to stay until the very end because, as always, I've got something special for you. On almost every one of my Etsy videos, I get the question, do you need a business license to sell on Etsy? Although the answer is no, Etsy does not require you to have a business license to sell on their platform. I thought it would be a good idea to do a video to tell you the steps that you'll need to take to run an official Etsy shop, Shopify store, or any online business. First things first, before we get started, I want to give a quick disclaimer. I am not a lawyer or a financial advisor. I am simply sharing with you what I've learned through my personal experience from selling on Etsy and Shopify and what I've learned through my research. I also live in the U.S., so the things that I'm going to be sharing will be from a U.S. perspective. Things may be different in other countries. I highly recommend consulting a lawyer for legal advice and looking up the laws, processes, and procedures in your country, state, city, or county. So let's dive into the content. Let's go over the 6 things that you'll need to do to legitimate your business. All of these steps are not legal requirements. Some of the steps include things that you will need to do to demonstrate that you have a professional business, and their requirements for things like applying for business credit. Step number 1 is for you to register your business. You may have heard this term used before, but you might not have been sure what it really means. I myself has been confused by it. Does registering your business mean you have to get an LLC or a DBA, or does it mean something else? Unfortunately, the answer is not straightforward. How you register your business will depend on the type of business structure you have. And by business structure, I mean, do you have a sole proprietorship, partnership, corporation, S corporation, or limited liability corporation, or LLC? If you're not sure what business structure is right for you, you'll need to spend some time researching the different types of business structures and choosing the one that's right for your business. You don't want to move forward with an S Corp or an LLC just because they're popular options at the time. You want to make sure you're choosing the right business structure that makes sense for your business. Now let's look at some examples of how you would register your business for different business structures. And I'm going to stick to the 2 that I am familiar with, the sole proprietorship and the LLC. If you are operating your business on your own, then you can be considered a sole proprietor. If you are a sole proprietor and you're operating under your legal name, you do not need to register your business name. So let's look at an example. If I was operating my business under Sean Jones, then I would not need to register that business name. But let's say I am a sole proprietor and instead of operating under Sean Jones, I want to operate under Healthy, Wealthy, Skinny. In that situation, I would need to register the business name Healthy, Wealthy, Skinny as a DBA. And DBA stands for Doing Business As. The technical name for a DBA can vary from state to state. This sometimes makes it confusing when you're doing your research. So I want to give you some of the other technical names that you'll see, and they all mean the same thing as a DBA, an alias or nickname for your business. Some of the other technical terms you might see are fictitious name, trade name, trading as, or assumed name. And of course you have DBA, or you might see it spelled out, doing business as. You can file for your DBA with your local county, and the process and the cost will vary from county to county. Let's look at a different scenario. If you choose to operate your business as an LLC, then you will register your business with the Secretary of State in the state where you operate your business. If you are operating your business under your exact LLC name, then you do not need to file for a DBA or doing business as. However, if the name that you're using to operate your business is different from your LLC name, then you would need to file for a DBA. So I'll give you an example. My LLC name is Projects by Sean LLC. However, I operate my business under Healthy Wealthy Skinny, which means that I was required to file for a DBA or fictitious name, Healthy Wealthy Skinny. Healthy Wealthy Skinny is basically the nickname for my LLC, which is Projects by Sean. So in short, you can register your business as an LLC and you can get a DBA, but a DBA is not required. It purely just depends on how you're going to operate your business. So as you can see, how you register your business will depend on your individual business, your business structure, and how you operate your business. So you'll need to research the exact steps that you'll need to take to register your business based on where you live and how your business will operate. If you'll need to file for a DBA, you can simply go to Google and Google how to get a DBA in XYZ county. And XYZ, of course, is your local county. If you decide to incorporate your business, you can Google how to start an LLC or S Corp in XYZ state. And again, XYZ is the state that you live in and will be operating your business. You can also use companies like Tailor Brands to help you incorporate your business, and I will leave a link to Tailor Brands in the description. Step number 2 is to get an employer identification number or EIN. An EIN can be looked at as your business's social security number. An EIN is not required for a sole proprietor unless you have employees. But if you want your business to have its own identity, getting an EIN is a good idea. If you're operating under a partnership or any type of corporation, then an EIN is required. The good news about getting your EIN is that they are free and pretty easy to apply for. All you have to do is go to the IRS website and apply. Step number 3 is to get a business checking account. Now, this is not a legal requirement, but to be seen as a legitimate business, this is a must-have. When running a business, it is imperative that you keep your business money separate from your personal money. This will allow you to see your business's cash flow clearly, and it will help you during tax time. I have a video where I give you my recommendations on the best business checking accounts, and I will leave it linked above me in the cards. Step number 4 is for you to set up your website and email address. This is another step that is not a legal requirement, but it goes a long way to giving your business a professional legal appearance. Your potential customers will want to know that they are working with a reputable business. When hearing about your business via word of mouth or any printed material, your website is going to be the first place that your potential customer is going to go to find out more about your business. Your business website will also serve as a way for you to bring in new customers. When a person goes on Google and searches for your product or your service, you want your professional business website to come up in those search results so they can find out more about you. When communicating with your customers via email, you want to have an email address at the same domain name as your professional website. This means that when I communicate with my customers, I want to use the email address sean@healthywealthyskinny.com. Having a business website and email address are 2 requirements that you're going to need when you want to start establishing your business credit profile. I have a video that will show you how to create your business website in less than 1 hour, and I will leave that video linked above me in the cards. Step number 5 is for you to get a business phone number. This is another step that just adds a level of professionalism to your business. It's also a requirement for business credit. When just starting out, you can use a Google Voice phone number. It's free and it has a lot of features, and you don't need any kind of special equipment. All you have to do is set up your Google Voice number to ring on your cell phone. It will allow you to get voicemails via email, and you can also text using that number. However, when it comes to getting funding for your business, a Google Voice number will be looked at as a red flag. So you only want to use this Google Voice number at the beginning when you're just getting started. Once you're at a point where you can pay for your business phone service, then you can use a voice over IP company like RingCentral or Nextiva, and they start off around $30 a month, and they are both good options. Step number 6 is for you to get a business license. And I saved this one for last on purpose because you'll need some of the things in steps 1 through 5 when applying for your business license. A lot of people wonder if you need a business license to sell online. And the short answer to that question is yes, you do. The purpose of a business license is to show that you have government approval to operate your business in the area that you are approved in. It basically gives you permission to operate your business. The specific business license you'll need will vary depending on your location. To find out the type of business licenses you'll need to visit the local website of the county that you'll be doing business in. For me, I'm in Georgia and I'm doing business in Gwinnett County. In Gwinnett County, you have to get a business license, or what they call a business occupation tax certificate. You need this whether you are a sole proprietor running a home-based business, a corporation, or an LLC. To get your business license, follow the processes and procedures provided by your local county and pay the required fees, and these will vary from county to county. When applying for my business license in Gwinnett County, I needed my doing business as name, business address, business phone number, business type, NAICS code, and sales tax ID. This is also a good point to get any insurance, permits, or professional licenses that you'll need for your type of business. So there you have it. Those are the 6 steps that you'll need to take to operate a legal and reputable online business. And these steps hold true whether you are selling on Etsy, Shopify, or any type of online business. I hope you found this information useful. And we are at that point where I promised you something special. All you have to do is look down in the description, click on the link, give me your email address, and I'll send it your way. But before you do that, I'd like for you to watch either of these 2 videos right here because I've got some more cool stuff to share with you. I'll meet you over there.